Okay, I'm going to take a big deep breath. My name is Jen Cushman. I am an empathic intuitive and an energy practitioner doing Reiki and Huna. I'm also certified in neurolinguistic programming, mental emotional release, and hypnotherapy. And my goal is to help you. It's really to help creatives, healers, and feelers using all the tools I have in my toolbox to be able to help you live the life that you want to live. And that's really what I'm here to do. My Magic Mondays are a gift that I do every single Monday. It's just my way of having community, building community, talking about things that are important to me, and hopefully giving information for you that is important to you as well, or somehow elevates or adds positivity into your week and into your life. Okay. Okay, so I do want to point out to you guys right now, the t-shirt I'm wearing today, right? So I don't know if you can see this, but it's a t-shirt I found and I love it. And I want you to know that this is called a sigil, okay? Sigil. Sigils are visual representations of a concept or a theme or a word, okay? That's what they are. They're called sigil, S-I-G-I-L. I was mispronouncing it sigil because I mispronounce things a lot. And they are also known as light language. So there are ways that our guides and angels and our spirit team will communicate with us. So they will communicate visually with us in addition to numerically, in addition to 1111, 222, 333. They also will do light language and they will give us patterns that look like sigils. And some of us are able to just bring up sigils and be able to draw them, okay? So today's Magic Monday is, when I was thinking about it with the Love and Learn, I had this idea, and then I went into my meditation to ask my team if this would be a good topic for you guys. And of course, my higher self says yes, because your higher self almost always says yes, because it's like your loving guardian parent. It always wants what is best for you and what you want. If you ask your higher self, am I going to win $1 million? Your higher self is going to say, yes, of course you're going to win $1 million, right? So that is it. So I went in and talked to my higher self, my team, asked if this was a good topic, because this card in my joyful deck, see this card, Mystic Magic Miracle. This is the most esoteric card that I have in my deck. When I was doing my deck and when I was drawing it and channeling the information on it, this one came in, it just came in. And it came in as a sigil, and I drew this sigil. And it just, if you can see the way it works, it's got the arrows going up, going down, going sideways, crosses, and then of course it has a gold center in the mirror, and it's got all of this other stuff going on with it. So when I got the channeled message, it was really talking about spiritual beings and really about bringing things down from above to below. So what I want to talk about today is just an expanded version of this card, talking about it in a way that in the almost 5 years that I've been doing Magic Mondays, I mean, I started in May 2020. This May will be 5 years of Soul Star Magic, if you can believe it. I can't believe it. Going over and really talking about this particular card. And I believe I'm going to talk about it in a way that I haven't spoken about it before. So let's see if that works. Okay, we're going to give this a shot. Now, please know that if you see me looking over here, I'm just looking at my notes because I sat down and wrote this all out. And I have been doing that for a while to make sure that I don't squirrel on you. Okay, so Miracle Magic, Mystic Magic Miracle, the Joyful Deck. I know you guys have heard me talk about a lot, right? You have heard me talk about the old ancient from the Emerald Tablet, Hermes Trismegistus, the statement that is so popular and it still stays, which is as above, so below. As above, so below, as within, so without. This is a driving concept and a driving motivator in my life. It is the inspiration for my Mystic Magic Miracle card. That's really what this is. And so in my weekly Love and Learns, I really like to bounce back with you guys between spiritual and divine information and esoteric information, trying to bring it down into language that makes it real and understandable and not so out there woo-woo. And I also like to do very practical teachings. Like last week, my Magic Mondays was 10 things not to say to someone that you unconsciously, we all might unconsciously to say someone that really is not helpful, and things that we can say instead. And I did that specifically last week, knowing that the Thanksgiving holiday is coming up, and not all of us have the most perfect relationships with family. We may have challenging conversations with certain family members. So that's why I did that very practical Magic Mondays last week. Okay. So as I'm bouncing between the spiritual and the divine information and the humanity and the practical teachings, I just want you guys to know that the reason why that's important for me to do and why I do this each week is because I know that with my talents and my psychic gifts, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am a bridge between this physical world and the unseen world. That's what I do in my readings. I am an open channel, an open intuitive channel, so that when the information comes in, I am reading my client. I am also listening to their guides and angels and what they're communicating. And I am connecting in with my team as a medium to be able to bring the information in. So it really is like this card. When I'm doing a reading, it really is coming in from all sources. Okay. So I know that I am a bridge between the seen and the unseen world. I also know that these teachings are to be a teaching to help make the unseen more visible, and for you to have more transparency of what that bridge looks like in a human form, in a human being, somebody who is actually pretty normal. You know, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, all of those things. I live a very normal life like all of you. And this is my purpose and my job. Okay. Now, the truth of the matter is that we are all intuitive. Every single one of us are intuitive. And every single one of us is a bridge between our physical three-dimensional world and the unseen world, right? We are, we came from source. We came from this, this other side. We came into existence, incarnated. We came here to be us, have our lives, have our experiences, live the full range of humanity. So the reality is we are all intuitive, we are all psychic. Now, some of us, just like Michael Jordan has a great affinity for basketball and a talent, some of us just have a better affinity, a more natural talent for this work than others do. And some of us, like myself, have just really made sure that that we have practiced it, that we have become good at it, that we're doing it. Just like Michael Jordan has a natural talent, and he has to still get out there and do the work and do the action for him to become Michael Jordan. That's what this is like. You have your intuitive psychic senses, and it's something that you need to practice if you want to get better at it. Okay. Okay. So when we look at this card, Mystic Magic Miracle, as above, so below, as within, so without, that's what this is, right? I want you to really know that life is a beautiful dance between these two very powerful forces. The powerful force of the horizontal line and the powerful force of the vertical line, okay? So you've got that vertical line, horizontal line. Hopefully you're following. Thumbs up if you're following, okay? So it is a beautiful dance. Now, it's the horizontal line that grounds us in this third dimensional reality of us, this physical reality. So in the spiritual communities, this is called, our reality here is called 3D, right? It's the third dimensional reality. It means that we're living, what we're seeing is what we're living in this reality, right? Fourth dimension is the gateway. It's the center point and the gateway between fifth dimension, which is the higher dimensional reality, which begins the higher dimensional realities of spirit, of the unseen. And it goes up to 12 dimensions, 14, whatever. I mean, there's a whole lot of information out there that I don't want to get into. The important thing is that the horizontal line is us. It's right now. It's our world, our reality, okay? And this line is the driver of the practicalities of our existence. So this is practicalness. This is our health, taking care of our bodies, our work, our jobs, our families, the things we do, the vacations we go on, the movies we go to, the plays we see. This driver is really daily life, okay? And then this line is the driver of spirituality. Okay. This is the vertical driver. And this is the driver that pulls us from our groundedness when we can be fully rooted and grounded here on this 3D reality. And then we are pulled up into the fifth dimension and above. This is the line that taps us into our spirituality, our transcendence, really. And that's what this driver is. This driver to me is what really makes life worth living, right? This is why life is good. Health, family, work, those kind of things. This driver is what brings joy and beauty and everyday magic to my life. Okay, that's really what that is. So let me make sure. Yeah. So this is the ground, is Earth's gravity toward our spirituality and the higher existence of our transcendence. Okay. So understanding and being able to integrate these two forces is really the key for you to live your life with purpose, with passion, with balance, with fulfillment. That's really what I want for you. I know from our committee, our community and our committee, right? I know from our community that every single one of you on here is a sensitive. You're an empath, right? You are a light worker, a healer, a change maker. That is your job. That's why you're drawn to being here, is because you want to do that. Now, with our sensitivities, there are extra challenges for us because we are deep feelers, we are deep healers, we are deeply sensitive. So I think understanding this very esoteric concept in a very real way is a key to us understanding ourselves and being able to manage our energy in our lives. One of the things I see from people who are deeply spiritual is there is this pain that happens from separation from source, right? Those of us that had many past lives and been living the spiritual existence for a really long time, sometimes, we just know that home is good, right? It's like we don't have a fear of going home. We just know that this life is where we have to come to do our blessings, to get our blessings, to get our lessons. And sometimes that could be hard for very spiritual people. It can be hard for sensitives to really be in their energy. Okay. So let me go back and explain this vertical line a little bit, or this horizontal line better. Okay. So without health, right? Without our physical and mental well-being, everything else crumbles. I mean, it really does. How many times, how many experiences have you had in your life where you threw your back out, or you threw your knee out, or you had an accident or a broken arm or a fall, or you ended up with a chronic health challenge? And how did it affect your daily existence of having a physical challenge to get over? Okay. So when we have health, when we have physical and mental well-being, then it's not just about avoiding illness, right? It's really about having vitality and energy and radiance and, letting our light really shine outward. It's vitality. So health is a big horizontal driver. That's what that is. Now, wealth is another money, right? Money is another driver. That's what it is. And, but it's more than just money. I don't know if you guys know people, but I know people in my life who have spent their whole life just trying to get money. They're great at making money, super good at it. Their relationships suck. Maybe their physical health isn't so great. You know what I mean? They have other challenges in life because they're so focused on putting the money in their bank account. The reality is, rather than money the to expand the talk, you guys, am I still here? I got a weird little bubble. Please let me know if I'm still here. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I'm still here and I'm going. Okay, good. I'm still seeing it. So we're good. Okay, yay. Okay. So what I want to go to this is, so to expand that money, so to expand it, to have an even better idea of it, is it's not about money, it's about wealth. Wealth extends beyond money. It encompasses all the resources that support your life, your time, your energy, your opportunities, your connections. Wealth lies not in accumulation of stuff. Wealth lies in abundance, abundance of all things in life that support you. So if you can think of wealth as your resources, okay, that's a horizontal driver as well. And then the other horizontal driver that it's really important in life is relationships, right? Relationships that challenge us in a good way, relationships that nourish us, support us, allow us to grow, family relationships where we can be seen, heard, and loved for who we are, friendships where we can be seen, heard, and loved for who we are, and also intimate partnerships where we can just truly feel supported and loved. I was reading an article the other day on the Michelangelo effect on partnerships, right? So when two fingers in Michelangelo, where they come together, and the partnerships that really allow the other person the space to grow and be seen of who they really are. So relationships are the other horizontal driver, right? All of these things, physical health, our wealth, our relationships are our physical reality. It's the below, right? It's the below part of as above, so below. That's what that is. Okay. So as you know, the blessings of these drivers are really obvious. With our health is good and in check, we're strong and vibrant. Our finances, they help us have a home, a car if we need it, money to pay our bills, our food, additional stuff, vacations if we want it. Okay. And then when this is all in balance, we feel we have the support we need for a really good life. Okay. The energy of lack, here's a really big thing. When your horizontal drivers are in check and they're doing really, really well, that energy of lack, whether it's lack of money, lack of relationship, lack of health, is really kind of non-existent because you've got things in balance better. Okay. So that's what's important about these drivers. Now, here's something I really want to talk to you about that I think is really important. In the higher consciousness community, there is something that basically says that to be truly enlightened, it means that you don't care about the material things. You don't care about money. You don't care about wealth. You don't care about your physical health. You don't care about those things. Enlightenment means that, there's this idea that you have to leave and go away for a year to go to an ashram to basically get your together, right? And that to me is BS. That's just a fallacy in life. To me, people who think that you must go away for a year to become enlightened, to become spiritual, that's spiritual bypassing. That actually means you're running away from something. You're running away from your life because your life has gotten so overwhelming that you feel you can't handle it anymore. So therefore, I'm going to walk the spiritual path, or I'm going to turn to the spiritual path, because if I can go live in an ashram and have a silent meditation retreat for 6 months and live amongst the nuns, then I'm going to become spiritual. Okay. In my world, I'm not saying that that's bad for the people who have done it, written books on it. That's great if that's their path. In my world, that's not how I want to live my life. I do not believe that is reality. Okay. That's spiritual bypassing. Okay. So that's just the thing I want to talk about on that one. Okay. So I said it's garbage thinking is what it is. And it's an unattainable goal for most of us. We are really not meant to run away from life and live all alone. We really aren't. We are truly meant to live both our humanity and our divinity. And we cannot do that without our horizontal lines. Okay. We live our divinity by being in relationship with ourselves and by being in relationship with others. Okay. And yes, you guys, I will be pulling cards after the love and learn topic. Okay. So I will be doing that. Just hang tight for me. And then let me just get through this one. This is just, I know this is a lot, you guys. This is an important topic. I really do. So let me just get to the vertical line of transcendence. This is transcendence right here. When we get to this vertical line, this is the ways in which we can have brief enlightenment. It's through our practices. It's through our quiet time, our meditation, yoga nidra, reading a book, walking in the forest, going on a walk, anything that allows us to unwind from the ordinary so we can tap into the extraordinary moments. You know, when I am doing any one of these things, it is really easy for me to tap into the unseen realms. It's really easy for me to talk to my guides and my angels. If you guys want to have a better communication with your spirit team, it is this vertical route that you need to concentrate on in moments of your life. It is this route to make a practice. Anything that helps you do it. It can be journaling if you're a writer, you know, again, a walk, whatever it does, where you get to be fully present in the moment and you get to focus on getting out of your daily routine and trying to get to a place where you can tap into the unseen. You can talk to your higher self. You can get the signs and the messages. This is where I go back to every single person is psychic, okay? And this is how we become more psychic, is this vertical driver, okay? So now I'm getting to the end of it, and then we're going to pull cards. And the whole point of this card, the Mystic Miracle, the Mystic Magic Miracle, is that really, you know, understanding the vertical driver, understanding that we can bring it down as above, so below. You create magical experiences in your life. Manifestation happens, things happen. You are able to live very fully. And then the miracle is that you get to live in integration. It feels like a miracle when you are living integration and you're living in harmony, and you get to be this center point with all lines moving in and out so that the energy is in the center point. It's strong and it's powerful. Now, I know you guys, we all know people whose presence is commanding when we meet them. We meet them and they just have all their stuff together. Their radiance is shining, their light is bright. You know, it's like that old Harry Met Sally line where, you know, it's where I'll have what she's having. When you see somebody who has this imbalance, you can't help but notice. And then you want what they're having. And this is the important part for today's topic. You are an empath. You are a sensitive. You are a creative. You're a healer. You're a feeler. You're a change maker. Your gift is important. And if you can focus, you know, in 2025, if you can really focus on this process, okay, then you too can easily live a life of fulfillment, live a life of peace, comfort, joy, and you can be the light that shines out so other people can look at you and say, I'll have what she's having, okay? That's integration. That's when it all comes together, okay? So this card really is as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, as the soul. That is the quote from the Emerald Tablet. Mystic, it's the top spiritual transcendence grounded in our reality. Magic, being able to bring down the spiritual into your everyday life, radiate it outward so you have health, wealth, and great relationships. And then miracle, integration, and living this life fully. So at the end of your life, you actually look back and you're like, I did it. I did everything I wanted to do. I did it well. I did it beautifully. And I am happy to take that last breath because I know that I lived a life of purpose. Okay.